How has Singh grown as a leader, and what's his sort of brand like now?
Are we supposed to say something like, "Congratulations, Jagmeet Singh, on being leader of the New Democrats for five
Yeah.
years"? Tom Mulcair was leader of the New Democrats for 5 years.
Hmm.
So how time flies.
Yeah.
Um, when we look at the polling data, so what we did was we looked at two sets of numbers. First of all, ballot support for the New Democrats and tracking every week that we do, where we ask Canadians for each of the federal party leaders whether they have or don't have the qualities of a good political leader. So let's look at the ballot trend line. So the week before he was selected leader of the New Democrats, way back in 2017, the New Democrats were at 15%. Check out the trend line so you can see 15%. Right now, in the latest Nanos tracking, the New Democrats are at 23. So he's up.
Mm.
He's up 8 points. So it's one of those things where, compared to where the New Democrats were before the leadership and where they are now, positive news. So the good news. So why don't we give the polling tip of the hat on an improvement on that front? The other interesting, probably even more interesting number when we track on the brand is that if we look at that same period, except right after he was elected to now, back in 2017, when the New Democrats picked him as the leader, about 1/3 of Canadians, or about 34% of Canadians, thought that he had the qualities of a good political leader. And you can see the trend going up, especially you see those spikes. That's like the elections, 2019 election, 2021 election, where the numbers really ramp up. But right now he's at 47%. So almost half of Canadians think that he has the qualities of a good political leader. The good news on that front is not only is he up 13 points since his brand at the beginning of his mandate as leader, that 47% is actually comparable to both Justin Trudeau and the Conservative Party leader, whether it's Pierre Poilievre, whose scores are in the 40s, or Aaron O'Toole, whose scores were in the 40s, or even Stephen Harper, whose scores were in the 40s. So his brand is as strong. Why don't we say he's standing as tall as any other major federal party leader, and his brand has improved. So, it's one of those things. A lot of politicians, when you talk to them, they look at the numbers on the day that they were elected and the day that they decide to retire, and then the whole idea is they're better than they were at the beginning. Well, it's been 5 years for Singh. Ballot numbers are up for the NDP compared to 2017, and his personal brand is stronger than it was at the beginning of his mandate. So, you look at that long-term trend, not too bad.
Yeah. I mean, you've already answered the big question, which is his party better off now than it was in 2017? And the answer is yes. And I think, it's some of us are trying to figure out this liberal NDP deal, if it's good for the party, bad for the party, and what his own members think of it. But it seems like, their fortunes are pretty good.
Yeah, my Greek mother would always say, it's not where you start, it's where you finish. So watch out for this NDP liberal arrangement in the House of Commons. If that goes sideways, if Canadians, perhaps who might be upset with the Liberals, start blaming the NDP for propping the Liberals up and keeping them in government, there could be backblow for the New Democrats, for the party, and also for Jagmeet Singh. But that hasn't happened, and that's not now. Right now, at least, we just can look at the numbers and see that his brand is stronger and the party is doing better than back in 2017.
Nick, I think that's all we've got for this episode. So as always, thank you.
Take it easy.